Greetings everyone, Splash here with another vague comic review, and this one is pretty interesting, surprisingly. I was surprised how much I enjoyed it. It's called Lady Death 2 Between Heaven and Hell Part 1. And this comic is it's not what I expected. So first I'll explain the vague review and then general thoughts about it. So the story starts off with a pale woman next to a pale horse, and this character is Lady Death. And at this point in the story, she already is the leader of hell. And when she became leader, she transformed the entire area into a barren wasteland. And she's telling herself how she's been cursed to stay in hell forever. She can never leave. There is a way to leave, but it's pretty messed up. So the only way Lady Death can leave hell is if every single living human on Earth is killed. And apparently that's what she wants to do because she's upset with hell, which is surprising. So yeah. Well, let me start. So the story has two flashbacks. One has Lady Death's own, because she used to be human. The first flashback has Lady Death as a human, and she sort of narrates about herself. Her name was Hope, and she had parents. One was a loving mother, the other was an abusive father. She had no idea how evil he was. The mother tried to take the daughter away. The father found out, and he told Hope to cover her ears, sing a song, and because she was the little girl, she did it without thinking. And then the father killed the mother, pretty much. But then Lady Hope assumed that her mother just left them and left her daughter to be abused by the father, because he was obsessed with Lucifer. So he would kill people and I'm assuming he's a leader of this village because they came to him for help. He just pushed them away. And it got so bad that the villagers turned on Hope and her father. They killed the father and burned Hope alive on the stake because even though she didn't do anything wrong, she is still the daughter of this evil man. So they took her for a witch. The father treated her terribly, and the villagers also treated her harshly out of fear and anger. And technically, Hope doesn't have any magic or spells, but she heard her dad use these things in the past. So out of desperation for being saved from being burned alive, who doesn't want that, Hope recited all the incantations she can think of, and she managed to summon Lucifer, who in her desperation agreed to anything, and he took her out of there. And there was another storyline, but because it's part 2, I don't have it. But apparently in part 1, Lucifer molded Hope into what she is now. Hope was just a regular female, regular clothes. Now she's pale skinned, she's taller, she's curvy, she looks like a woman you find at a go-go bar or something like that. Anyway, but she, with her willpower, but Hope, she found, Lady Death, she found out that it was Lucifer's doing who made her father crazy. He kind of influenced him, got in his head, and she found out that he was the one who messed up her family. Because Lucifer wanted an innocent, pure soul that he can darken. And Lady Death was so mad, she confronted him in battle and actually beat him and absorbed his power, and he became the new leader of hell. Cool. But before he, died or was absorbed, Lucifer had placed a curse on Lady Death, which is, as long as there's a living soul on Earth, she's cursed to stay in hell forever. Now, I don't know if he cursed her that way, or if that's Lucifer's own curse. Either way, Lady Death has that and she's stuck. Now we switch over to another flashback. This one is Well, we don't get out. From what I recall, we never get the female's name. This new other female. I'm gonna call her. Originally, I had called her Demon Lady, but when I looked into it, there is another character named Demon Lady, and that would be confusing. So I'm gonna call her Evil Lady. There we go. Because she has no name here. She's a woman who I guess has some spells because she kills a lot of people, drinks their blood. She's a cannibal, the worst of the worst. And she was so bored with people, she wanted something more. So she used the villagers, well, mainly the women, made them dance around her and called out to Lucifer. And it worked. Lucifer came out of the fire. She said that she wanted him because she doesn't want the mortal world anymore. Lucifer said, okay. And he kills the other people and then takes her to hell. And like with Lady Death, he molded this woman into a demon-looking thing, except she's red-skinned, has wings, horns, looks like a demon. And then Lucifer thought that the lady just wanted to make out with him. No, the lady wants to eat him. She is so crazy. She wants to try to eat and drink Lucifer. Well, mainly drink his blood. And Lucifer, he did not want that. But the issue is, for what he said, he could kill this woman easily, but he can't or won't because she's an offspring of something. It was weird. But instead he just banished her away. Okay. Then the story goes back to the present. Lady Death is using her horse and walking through a graveyard, and then a voice is talking to her in her head. She's confused, and the voice tells her that it's actually Lucifer. Lady Death thought she defeated Lucifer, but because she absorbed Lucifer in her mind, she absorbed Lucifer, his conscience is in her mind, manifesting, and he's telling her, you think you're good when you're a human, you thought that you were manipulated, but you're actually pretty evil. And he gives her memories, shows her memories of Lady Death as Hope. She was twisted. She killed people for her father. She bullied people. When her father wanted to make sacrifices, he'd pretend that he needed soldiers to help him go to war. So he'd grab a bunch of villagers, take them outside the village, and then slaughter them right there with his other men. But because it was outside the village, people assumed that they died in battle. And Hope was killing them as well. And then we learned when Hope was at the graveyard of her mother's tombstone, she was the one who killed her mother. Like, she did everything. And then it got so. And a lady that's confused. She's wondering, this can't be real. She wasn't this bad. It was Lucifer made her evil. And then it turns out it was Evil Lady who's putting these illusions in her mind. She's trying to weaken Lady Death mentally so she can get an attack. And it's working. She's getting confused. She's upset. She's learning, wait, she was evil the whole time and just blocked it out? But it didn't work because of one instance. Lady Death admitted that Evil Lady had her for every memory, but the one where Hope killed her mother and hated her. Because Lady Death knew 100% she loved her mother no matter what. You know, she blamed her mother for leaving. When she thought she loved her and her dad, she always loved her mom. And that broke the spell. So Evil Lady had to think of something else. So she used an astral form of her mother. It's not real. It's like a holographic image. It's almost like think of a suit, but it's holographic and it's astral and it looks just like her mom. And it throws Lady Death off because she herself made sure her mother's soul went to heaven. But Evil Lady, using her mother's body, said that, well, hell took her and she's been stuck here ever since. She needs her help. And Lady Death, I'm guessing her grief, was just so happy to see her mother again. She gave her a hug. And then you see that it's Evil Lady who's about to bite her. And it ends right there. And yeah, that's quite a climax. Not climax. Cliffhanger, that's the word. General thoughts? I'm surprised. It was a really, really good comic. There's not really much action, but it's the dialogue and the narrative that drove the story. And flashbacks, man, this is a sad comic. That's all I can think of. When I first saw the cover, I thought, oh, it's just a half-naked lady who kills things and acts badass. Oh, man, that's just for fan service. The story is actually really good. I'm surprised. At first, I thought Lady Death was a tortured soul who's trying to save everyone. But no, she wants to kill everyone because she's so homesick. She's willing to kill every person on the planet so she can go there. It doesn't make sense, but I'm going to chalk it up to Lucifer's power is just that influential. It's messing with her mind. Like, she's willing to kill people so she can go back to Earth. Weirdly enough. Oh, and apparently someone called Evil Ernie made an appearance here. That she had used this guy to help her do her bidding, killing people. But then the bond has been severed forever. So Evil Ernie, he can't fall asleep, dream of Lady Death anymore. This was from another comic. Because Evil Ernie, his comic came out first. Lady Death actually made an appearance in that comic as the person who's telling Evil Ernie to kill people. So this story is, well, she was so popular, I guess, or they wanted to do something with her that Lady Death appeared in her own comic afterwards. So it's pretty cool. Good comic. That's all I can think of. And story, here's the thing. The story, even though it's part 2, you could technically read this comic and still be fine. The only part I was confused about was who in the world was Evil Ernie. He only made one, like, quarter panel appearance to tell the readers, mainly himself, that he can't dream of Lady Death anymore. He can't dream of her. And the narrative explains that someone named Purgatory severed the connection, so Lady Death and Evil Ernie can't see each other anymore. That's it. Everything else was fine though. I liked it. So let me know what you guys thought. I mean, have you ever heard of this story? It's not bad. I'm actually picking up more comics of this. And thank you for listening to my voice. Have a good day.